Coming Back is my solo piano exploration of the space between who we were and where we are. Sometimes returning to a familiar place brings an unexpected shift, a jarring realization that the landscape of your life has changed while you were looking the other way. This album is the soundtrack of that transition. It's about navigating sudden, unpredictable turbulence, the feeling of being caught between two chapters of your life, and the quiet resilience it takes to find your center again when the ground beneath you is moving. 1. Memories. Even as I stepped into a new chapter, my mind was still holding on to the beautiful, lingering warmth of the past. I wrote this piece to capture the afterglow, the gentle, emotional weight of carrying profound moments with you, even as the present demands your attention. 2. What Happened. This track is my musical double take. It captures the sudden disorienting moment when you realize things are not as you left them. The unsettled phrasing mirrors the surreal shock of stepping back into your life, only to find the familiar suddenly feels entirely foreign. Three. Trouble Ahead. You can always feel when the air changes before a storm. This piece is that building tension, the creeping realization that the quiet is over and an unavoidable challenge is approaching. It is a musical warning to brace for impact. Four. Keep calm. When the chaos peaks and everything around you feels unpredictable, you have to find an internal anchor. I composed this rhythmic, driving piece as my own mantra for survival. It's the sound of finding a steady breath and holding onto your center when the environment around you is shifting. Five. Hideaway. Sometimes you are forced to retreat inward. I used the space and silence in this composition to reflect a necessary period of quiet separation from the noise of the world. It is the fragile, lonely sound of building a temporary fortress to protect what matters most. Six. Is It You? For me, this is the emotional core of the album. It explores the painful disconnect of reaching out for something or someone familiar, but feeling a vast, invisible distance in the way. It is a vulnerable musical reach across a divide. Seven. Wakeful Rest. These are the restless hours in the dark. I wrote this drifting, unresolved piece to capture the feeling of hypervigilance, those long nights where the body is still but the mind is racing, trying to process the heavy weight of rapid change. 8. Go with the flow. This is the turning point. The resistance ends and a weary acceptance begins. The music flows with a liquid, arpeggiated grace, marking the exact moment I stopped fighting the turbulence and finally allowed the current to carry me. Nine. Path Forward. Resilience always takes root eventually. As the fog clears and a new direction emerges, the music gains an assertive, ascending momentum. It is the sound of taking those first confident steps toward a resolved future and reclaiming agency over the narrative. My idea of perfect. I had to completely redefine what my center looked like. This track is a realization that beauty doesn't lie in a pristine, untouched life, but in the beautifully flawed, resilient reality of navigating storms together. The music here is warm, intimate, and deeply lived in. 11. Time will come. A patient, reflective look toward the horizon. This piece is an acknowledgement that while the tensions of the present are complex, they are always subject to the healing passage of time. It's a promise to myself that the turbulence will eventually settle into a steady, peaceful rhythm. 12. Gratitude. The final exhale. Despite the unexpected storms and the disorientation of the transition, this piece rises in a defiant, resonant finish. It is my ultimate expression of thanks for simply weathering the storm and arriving safely on the other side.